Hello, this is Dr. Garret, Castleberry, Associate Professor, Program Director of Communication, Media, and Ethics at Mid-America Christian University. And I am here re-recording an update for our digital media literacy class experience, COM 2143. This is an anchor course, one of our introductory courses in the major. And our goal is to provide students with a number of concepts and brief introductions to various theories and methods, but also multiple perspectives. And because of that, we have multiple readings tied to many of our courses, this class included, and there are other videos that unpack those readings. One of them, a key reading, in fact, is what we call one of our master texts, because it carries across numerous courses, is Popular Culture, Introductory Perspectives from Marcel Denisi. And this is a book. If this cover looks foreign to you, it might be because there are multiple editions out there floating around. We've used at least 3 different editions of this book to my knowledge. And I think the most recent is the 4th, and it may have a purple cover. I believe it's at the bottom of a box of books at my in the beta studio, right? So I'm here to talk a little bit about that book and use it as a tool to bridge us into an activity for this course, our weekly video discussion. If you are taking a communication course online with us for the first time, this will be a new exercise for you. If you're returning, you totally get what's going on. But every week there will be set aside time and points and part of our participation grade to engage one another digitally in the form of making videos. The instructor is charged. They make a video post and provide a question or prompt, and students provide a produced video response. And it's a way that we can engage. It's a way that we're breaking down barriers to be able to come together as a class, for it to be a collective experience, a communal experience, and not an individual or isolated experience. And at least that's our hope and our goal. And so I want to start us off with a combination of something to encourage us to start skimming through popular culture. Based on past feedback, this is going to be one of those books that stand out, that you really will find something that you appreciate. And so I encourage you to jump into it as soon as you can. But it's also going to be a bit of an icebreaker. So I have a multi-part question. We can call it a mini questionnaire, if you will. And you're welcome for that. But I think it's important that we jump in all the way, right? And really commit to this course. We have a lot of ground to cover in the coming weeks. But let's start with something simple, all right? So be sure, because we'll have many online students that are returning or continuing in the COM program, perhaps some new voices in the class, and as well as some of our students that attend on campus, on ground here. And so it's great to be able to bring together a collective. Now let's begin with the basics. Share your name. Let us know where you're from as just a bit of a warm-up. And then I'm going to take us down a road that gets at the heart of what Denisi's exploring with us in this book. He's helping us recognize that popular culture has many variations to it, right? I know sometimes we take courses in this major that veer toward what we call media studies. And each of those classes may emphasize a different mass medium. But really, what we're doing here and with this book is understanding that the language of popular culture and how it comes in many forms and fashions. And so we're looking at the world through the lens, we could say, of popular culture, understanding that through Denisi's arrangement, at least, we're going to have a bit of a chronological history as well as a cultural history, if I can get through the words here. And so after we share our name, where we're from, we have some pop culture-based follow-up prompts likely going to take up the majority of your presentation time here. And so this is a reflective exercise. We can feel good about that. We're purely just thinking about our own experiences in past and sharing that with one another. Let's start with this. Think of a piece of popular culture shared by a parent or grandparent. All right. And so what do we mean by that? Reach further back. Something that's passed down the lineage at least over a generation. Over a generation. And if you have a great example from both, share it. Feel free to go there. And so tell us about a piece of popular culture that was shared with you, passed down from a grandparent or parent figure. Next, talk about a piece of popular culture introduced by, let's say, perhaps an older sibling or friend. All right. And we just put that in that kind of, sometimes older siblings, there can be a bit of an age gap, but for the most part, we're often in a relative generation. And so an older sibling or friend, these tend to be the influencers, sometimes the primary influencers when we're growing up, going through adolescence. And we want to hear about something that was introduced by someone much closer in age, and makes for a nice comparison point. And then finally, let's flip that script and want to hear about a piece of popular culture you introduced to someone else in your life. All right. And so what was that, and what was that experience like? Okay. That is going to be our prompts. And if we understand and read what exactly is popular culture, what you will find is it's actually going to open up the potential directions that you take this. All right, you can take it in many different directions, which is part of the lesson, the takeaway that Denise has for us. We will check these out. I look forward to hearing from you, hearing your stories, and working through this content over the course of our COM 2143 Digital Media Literacy class. Thank you.